Alright guys, I think you can tell by the title of this video that this isn't going to be very friendly. But it's true. You guys are cowardly jerks. Now, I think a lot of people are going to agree with the first part of that you're cowards. And it's true. You guys play like pussies. Each and every one of you, as a whole, collectively and categorically, you guys are pussies. You sit in corners with assault rifles, with thermal and silencer on them, with claymores, motion sensors, and bouncing betties around you, and you play for that first skill, but your classes have no longevity, because you're pussies. There's no other way to describe it. Some of you guys are literally afraid to die in a video game. You're afraid of failure in something that has no consequences for failing. And I know what the 2 or 3 people that watch this video are going to say. Well, Matt, you know, you posted a 33 and m.o.a.b video, it's going to be pretty easy to talk shit when you have a m.o.a.b video up. To which I say, yes, it is. It's making this a lot easier. So we've defined the cowardly part. You guys play like pussies. There's a lot of people that will agree with me. Even some of you that play like pussies will agree with me that people in this game are cowards. But the part that I think a lot of people are not going to understand is the jerk part. And it's not as simple as you might think. You guys aren't jerks because of your personality or because of your morals, although both of those are completely true. You're jerks because you continue to play this game. Now let me explain. So let's establish some, characteristics of the average COD player. Now presumably, you have a bunch of different classes, but you might have a few guns that you prefer to others. Now you're probably not randomly assigning guns to every class that you create. You've probably picked these guns because you've played with a lot of different guns and found that specific ones give you better scores than others. So on a very basic level, I think we can assume that most of you guys have a very basic understanding of numbers in the sense that some numbers are larger or smaller than other numbers because you realize that you get more kills with some guns than others. Alright? So that's one thing I think we can assume. On average, you guys know at least a tiny amount about math. Enough that you know that some numbers are larger than others. And secondly, if you have a PS3 and you're playing online, presumably, unless you're, like a minor or living at home, you probably have a job because you had money to buy a PS3 to buy the game. You're paying for electricity, for internet, so presumably you have some kind of job, and you probably wouldn't have that job unless you had, some kind of at least minimal awareness of what's going on around you. You're not a total incompetent at life. You've done at least a couple things that have earned you the small amount of money required to play this game. So with those two basic things in mind, that you guys aren't total clueless idiots in real life, and that you know that some numbers are larger than others, that means that you guys must know you suck. Because at the end of every game, it shows you your kills and your deaths. So you should be able to look at your score and say, wow, I did shitty that game, because we established that some numbers are larger than others, or smaller, and you have some kind of awareness of the world around you. So it shouldn't be too hard to figure out that you're terrible. And this brings me to the part that makes you a jerk. So I've granted you guys the absolute bare minimum in human capacity and understanding, in that you must have some awareness of the game, in that you can see the numbers in front of you and know that your kills are always less than your deaths. And the part that makes you a jerk is that you continue to play this game. You guys suck balls, and you join game after game after game. It's as if you collectively decided to ruin this game, and it's working. And that's what makes you guys jerks. And for those of you who didn't know, this is what a m.o.a.b looks like.
Ready for your go. Friendly m.o.a.b incoming. Our UAV is online. Our UAV is online. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Well done. Хорошо сделано.